let's do a follow-up on these Solo-werks coilovers. Yep, clunk. Backing out of the driveway, dropping off the ledge, get a clunk. Ooh, pop. Lettuce be cereal for a pimento. Well, we talk about why. I have 4 Solo-werks springs in that tub right there, and 4 different ones on the car. The kit was ordered from ECS Tuning. After getting them installed, the rears were pretty high. Like there was still 1.5 inch, 2-inch gap. No, inch and a half at the lowest setting on the rears. And so I hit up Solo-werks. He was like, sometimes the rear springs are a toss-up. Here's a different set. And I got them in like a week, slapped them on. The car went way lower in the back. That was nice. It was nice that they bonded that quickly and then just sent me a replacement set of springs. So a couple months of driving and jacking the car up multiple times, the wheels off, adjusting everything, replacing the end links, experimenting, replacing some bolts. Still had quite a bit of noise. Too much noises. Ping pong, poom pong, ping pong, bong, clunk. Too many noises. I emailed Jeremy again. He was like, that doesn't look right. Let me send you a different set of springs. So he sends me a different set of springs, shows up again in like a week. Goes on. I've redone my suspension, like 4 times basically from the one set of coilovers, replacing mounts and replacing end links and new bolts and just retightening and then looking at everything again. Anyways, I get it all back in. Most of the noises go away. Most of the noises. Meaning there's still noises. So yeah. There's still noises. Much less noises. I've accepted it for the price point. I guess I should talk about the ride, how I feel about the car in general, but I still do feel it was an improvement in handling and enjoyment in the car over the stock suspension, because it was way high and silly looking and floaty and leaned all over the place. And so now the car feels much lower and corners nicer. Like, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying it. It's a little bit bouncy here and there. At slow speed, I find it to be a little bit bouncy. At high speed, it's good. Like it. Smooth. Feels pretty planted in my limited experience anyway. I've never driven like some insane sports car with like the perfect suspension, so I don't really know what that's like. I'm only going based on my previous 4-cylinder crappy cars and a van and like something that was lowered when I was 20 that drove horribly and bottom down rubbed. Like this compared to all that's quite nice. I'm really enjoying it. All that being said, if I had it to do over again, I would spend double the money. It's what everyone says. Everyone always tells you, don't buy the $500 coilovers. Don't buy the $600 coilovers. Don't buy the $700 coilovers. Spend at least $1,000 or $1,200 or whatever. Get some BCs or get, I don't know, the low end Bilsteins. I don't know, even the H&Rs I think are like 12 or 13. Maybe I'm wrong. The next time I buy coilovers, I'll definitely spend twice the money. Whatever the next car is I'm doing coilovers on, or if I end up having to redo the ones on this car, I will spend twice the money. In summary, potatoes. I mean, ultimately, the point of me going down this road with this car anyway was just for me to get my literal first time modifying a car myself. 39 years old, never did it before, never really worked on cars other than like an oil change. So yeah, I'm learning to do all this stuff on this car. Not an ideal car, not fast. The transmission is the crappy 09G Triptonic, it's limited at like, I don't know, 250 foot-pounds of torque or something like that. So it's not like I can ever make this thing actually fast. I'm experimenting for the first time. Now I've gained a bunch of confidence in repairing my own car. It's just a lot of fun. And I like the car a lot more than I did when I bought it, so it makes it worthwhile. Even though it's slow and doesn't have all the features and stuff, I still like how it looks. I still am happy to get up in the morning and drive it to work when I have to drive to work. I enjoy cruising around. Got to do some more stuff to it, of course, and then hopefully keep it running nice until my oldest is 15 and a half or whatever, driving gauges in Texas, and then he'll get to drive it, having worked on it himself. So it's all a win-win. So in closing, I will say that for someone not as familiar with what's all out there and someone who hasn't done this kind of stuff before, yeah, maybe you'd be pretty happy with a $600 set of coilovers. It was still an improvement for me. I've still had fun experimenting with it, and I'm still enjoying the car right now. And everyone told me, pretty much on any forum I looked at, and a lot of videos, like, sure, you probably should buy the more expensive ones. And I knew that would be the case. And I still did it anyway because I just needed to learn for myself. And now I did, and now I've learned. And yeah, the next set will be a notch up, a couple notches up on the scale. Maybe one notch, I don't know. What a going up to 1200, that's like one notch, isn't it? A notch and a half? 2 notches? For $600, and what I got out of it, I'm still happy. But I have had to do an insane amount of adjusting and replace all 4 springs. But it's been good because I've learned a lot. And I can tell you now, I could do the whole suspension in about 2 hours, where the first time it took me 2 days. So I learned a bunch. I'm grateful for how good customer service Solo-werks has. That was really refreshing. Enjoyed that. Fast responses, quick shipping of replacement parts. So happy with them as a company.